Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I am not sleepy and I am just up. It is 2 o'clock in the morning. And, I just come on here to chat with y'all. Late nights, early morning, sitting in my soft silk, you know, um, house robe, feeling quite relaxed, but lovely. Hey, Java, how are you this evening or morning, whatever it is where you are? Hey, CL. I don't have anything to talk about. I'm just up and not sleepy. Hey, Ty, how are you? I have the earrings you bought me for my birthday on. Look, aren't they so cute? These jades, baby, turquoise, not jades, turquoise. I am wonderful. Today was a very good day, relaxing day. Nothing really went on. Um, I watched Wheel of Time. They killed my girl. Oh, I'm so annoyed by them killing her. They killed my girl in the season finale. The ambulance seat. Can't believe it. You look fly for bedtime. Just a little. I'm trying to. My hair. I'm having a hair crisis, man. I'm having a hair crisis. Nothing bad is going on. It's just I don't know what I want to do with my natural hair. I don't know if I want to lock it. I don't know if I want to grow it out. Um, I've been wearing it short for a long time. And so I'm thinking, I'm feeling the grow out phase. I've never done locks before, so I'm thinking I'm really strong in thinking about locks, but I do not like the short, ugly stage. So I'm thinking about getting lock extensions. So I'm doing a lot of research around lock extensions and then I'm like, "Ooh, do I wanna" and then people that I like how they lock extensions look, they're really, really expensive, and I'm like, "Ooh, I'm just trying this out. Do I wanna try to spend that much money on something that I might not even like?" And, it's just so many things, but I'm excited. I'm unsure, but I'm kinda excited on this June 30th, so I'm thinking about locking it, and yeah, it's just in that stage where I don't like it, where I don't like it. It's very uh, you mean sister locks, right? No. I don't mean anything. I haven't even decided. I like sister locks. But I like sister locks when they are long. I don't like sister locks when they're short. Um, Interlocking. I like interlocks. I don't know. I also like sister locks when they are thick. I don't have thick hair. I have fine, low density hair. So it's very I don't like it. So I don't know. I haven't decided. I haven't really decided. I'm just up in the air with what I want to do. Yeah, I have like a 4B, 4C curl pattern, both of them. Like I have some curly parts. I have some just not curly at all, just cottony, normal 4C hair that I like, and it's just I have different, yeah, between 4C and 4B hair, and so I just haven't decided what I wanted to do, and so I'm in a that's why I call it a hair crisis. I haven't decided what. Um, yeah, I haven't decided. I'm trying to figure out I don't know what to call it, my old lady hair. You know how when you meet an older woman, it's a particular thing that how her hair is, and it's her unique older woman hair. I'm looking for that. Somebody that I like. I love Toni Morrison's long gray locks. I love that. I love that. I love that. That seemed like low maintenance, but once it get long, it's just beautiful and regal, and you can put it in different twists. And I'm thinking like, do I want to do that as I get older, or do I want to be, short haired, sometimes blonde, sometimes red, sometimes dark hair older woman, like, I don't know. I haven't decided what I want to do, but I want to go into um my older womanhood with something chic and classic. I haven't decided what that's going to be. So, yeah, haven't decided. But what's been going on with y'all? I have so much to talk about, but I'm going to wait till tonight during my 7 o'clock. I have so much to talk about. I have a couple of things that I wanted to kind of discuss with y'all. But what's been going on with y'all? What's y'all tea? I am smelling like mind games. Mind games. Queso. Queso. It smells so good. It smells so expensive. I love mind games. Smells so good. Mm. You've always talked about how much you love Toni Morrison's hair, even when we talked about having old lady hair. Yeah, I think it's either going to be locked, because I love the idea of just having some locks in a regal ass, like this, but with locks, in a regal ass like goddess braid, or in a bun, or in a just, and they slowly, as you get older, get more and more silver, like they start salt and pepper. Because I know my hair is probably gonna do like my grandmother's. Because my grandmother started to go, and my mother too, started to go salt and pepper throughout. But I don't have, like, none of my top is any kind of nothing. My sides, I see little grays on my sides, like right here. Like, I see little grays. So my hair is probably gonna do like my grandmother's, where it starts to get gray here and then gets grayer as I get older further in. So that will look good as the locks grow out. Um yeah, I'm trying to plan embracing my aging process, embracing being, an elder in community, and I'm trying to plan it out. I am 44, and so when I hit 50, I'm gonna be chilling, baby. I got um I got 44, I got 6 years of me grinding to reach particular goals that I want to have. And then once I hit 50, baby, I'm not saying no goals is gonna be still, I'm gonna have new goals. But as far as, I'm doing a lot of work, honey, I'm gonna be chilling. I'm gonna try to I'm gonna be chilling and the goals are gonna be more experience based, and not because the goals I have now is just me, my um artful goals of me documenting my story, like books and musical storytelling and shit like that. That's my goals in regards to that. But as I as I get older, it's just going to be about experiences and wanting to see certain parts of the world. I recently found one of the biggest sculptures in the world is this sculpture of Genghis Khan, and that has been one of my wrecking my brain to go. I want to go see um that sculpture of him riding a horse. Have you ever seen that? Um have you ever seen that like you can literally go inside of it. It's like a Genghis Khan museum sculpture of him riding a horse.
According to Wikipedia, the Genghis Khan equestrian statue, part of the Genghis Khan statue complex, is a 40-meter (130 feet)
Yeah.
tall, stainless steel statue of Genghis Khan on horseback and the world's tallest equestrian statue.
Yes, it is fire. Like it is a nasty, tall, and fire. Like you can go up in to it and get on top of the and stand on top of the horse's head. Hey Watson, how are you? Good morning. And stand on top of the horse's head. And it is like it's stairs that goes up the horse's back so you can get on the horse's head and see. Yeah, so I am trying to see what that looks like in person. So that's a dream of mine. That might be one of my solo trips. Um, but yeah, I'm trying to go there. Oh, here's like a little map on the inside of it. That's how it looks. It is literally like a building. It's fire. Um, but yes. Yes, I'm just trying to plan out what's next. Um, I had went to sleep earlier and woke up at like I don't know when I woke up, but it was later in the day. And so now I'm just up and not sleepy. And so yeah, I decided to come on live just to chit chat and see what's going on, what y'all doing, where the late nighter girls or boys are at. Do y'all hear me clear? I have a new mic and it's I don't know if y'all can. Does it sound like any clearer or different? It didn't sound when I did the test sound, it sounded a little like slightly better, but not super, super drastically better. Mm. So Ice has been kind of perfect. Ice has been kind of wearing like American citizens out. Are y'all scared to travel? Like American citizens like are getting detained by ICE and held in like Florida. And I'm like, damn, like people just being racially, because it's a lot of people who like either look like immigrants, then they checking people's phone. I am because I have a Spanish last name. What where you I also think about I think they treat people differently if you're coming from countries that are like white people countries. Um yeah. Where are you thinking about traveling to? And then I hear my homegirls was going down to Mexico for surgeries and shit, and they said it took them forever to get back home. Maybe some European countries. Yeah, I'm not for sure. I'm not hearing people having any issues coming from like, the regular European countries or countries that are heavily populated by white people. Um, yeah. I know. I know in Ireland, there's another element. Oh, there's another element that if you're traveling to Europe and you have to have a layover, choose Dublin. Because when you are coming from Europe going through Dublin, they have a U.S. customs in the Dublin airport, and once you get to the U.S., you don't got to go through customs because you do it there. So it's kind of easy. Um, yeah, we didn't have to go through customs when we came back to the U.S. When I came back to the U.S. from Dublin because they had a customs in Dublin airport. So if you have a layover, that's a quick way to do it. Um, yeah. Ice and all these plane crashes have me in a travel pickle. I got a booking in Laredo and I am leery about even going to border towns. Yeah, I wouldn't be tripping about going to border towns. Um, I know early in the first like 90 days or whatever. There was a lot of crashes, but actually, technically, compared, there was a lot of crashes that were being reported, but it actually was um, pretty in line with normal every day, every year compared to last year's and years before that. It wasn't abnormal. They were reporting it a lot, but as you can see, they've stopped reporting a lot of that. I think that was media being weird. Hey, Kamali, how are you? Mm-mm-mm-mm. I got my new ID, y'all. They just mailed it to me. Got my right gender. Everything is right. Right gender marker, right everything. No foolery. Not that I think that there was going to be any foolery, but child, you never know nowadays. So, but just went in there, being fish with no tea, honey. Even though I never got a passport, I'm still scared to get one. Yeah, I've had my passport for a long time. So my passport doesn't expire until 2031. And so it has all my right stuff on it. So I don't have any long as I don't lose it. um yeah, that is good to hear. I'm glad you're doing well. Yeah, so I felt accomplished at the DMV at the license place. And they had a good little system. They worked out a cute little system that every time I go there, it gets better. They got a little number thing. They called your number. You go to the windows, and it's just so cute. I've been um I've been when they didn't have those systems. But it has been quite, you know, it was I remember when it was just you stayed there for a long ass period of time. And this time it took me about 30 minutes. 30. Nobody was there was some little boys in there that was talking on the phone being mannish, but nobody was other than that, it was pretty good. And then something that new that they do that I feel like is a good thing. As soon as you come in the door, there's a lady there that is like talking to you and directing you what you need to do. So you don't need to argue. You don't need to. She right at the door. As soon as you come in, what you here for? Go over here. What you here for? Go over here. What you here for? Go over here. You got everything you need. Da-da-da-da-da-da. You got this. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, go over here. Oh, if you ain't got that, baby, you wasting your time. You need this. Da-da-da. Like it's literally somebody right there telling people what they need, what they if you ain't got it, you don't need to sit here and talk to anybody. I'm telling you up front, you're not gonna get anything done if you ain't got this. Yeah, no, the one that I go to, it wasn't like that. You would be sitting there waiting for 30 minutes before you get to talk to somebody, and then they tell you, oh, you ain't got all you need. So you done sat there and waited and you gotta come back. Now they have a whole appointment thing that you have to make an appointment for a certain time, so it ain't packed and people just waiting there all day. It's based on appointment that you do online. There's a whole bunch of little things that stop it from being busy and packed and just wow. Like you literally they give you this online when you go and you need stuff. They give you this PDF to that print out like, yo, this is what you need. If you're trying to get your ID, these are the things that you need, baby. Do, 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 do. Here's a checklist, and here's the options. Yeah, it wasn't like that. a couple of years ago. It keeps getting better each time I do it. What is going on with this? Hmm. I remember when it was a cattle call, then I renewed after COVID lockdown, and the game changed, and I love the DMV experience ever since. Yeah, once they changed to the real ID, once they started introducing them, it felt like they were having a better system. Once they were like, I think they introduced them in like 2000 and oh, I can't even remember, but once they switched to the real ID, when they were testing it out, or not testing it out, but like kind of slowly rolling it out. Once they started doing that, the process started to be better. Hmm. But and I go to the one off of like right at 610 290, the little section right there. I go to that one. Let me go get a grapefruit. I'll be right back. I want a grapefruit. What is up? Girl, that's crazy. Oh, it's blurry. There we go. That's the only negative about this particular camera. This camera is a better quality than my computer camera, but this thing will get blurry on you and take forever to get in focus. Hey Kay, how are you? Where you been? I haven't seen you in a minute. Have you been in here? I know what I wanted to ask you, Kay. I know you bought your house. How has that been? How has your home ownership experience been? Because I am once I get I'm really thinking about working on that for myself. How has it been? Work is kicking my butt. I have a tons of haters at work. I love my home. Honestly, it's my peace. I know that's right. Has the taxes gone up? Have you get what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of these questions are did you have has it been a good experience so far? Other not just the like the tranquility of your home, but like the ownership part of it. Yes. Hi, Diamond. Love the look. It's giving mother of the house. For sure. Always mother of the house. Period. Bring me my remote. Come here and bring me my remote. The taxes went from 3,400 to 45, and they plan to raise it again this year. Oh God. What state you in? These are so good. My God. New Jersey. So how does that work? Do they divide your taxes monthly and add it to your mortgage, or how does that work? Or you have to pay them quarterly? Like, how do they divvy it up? Taxes are paid monthly, and are paid within 1 calendar year. Gotcha. And is there any kind of write off that you can do to get to kind of when at the end of the year for you to kind of get money back? It's a scam. How are these rich folks getting over on them? Mm. I love when I get a good batch of grapefruits because some grapefruits be, you'll catch them and they'll be like, these is a dud. But this batch, baby, fire. I claim my taxes in head of household and they got me $200. That's the shade about having no kids. And me, I remember when I was married and I was filing taxes married, it saved me money on my taxes. I did my taxes every year and was actually being married and having kids got you your earned income credit. When I had my brother, it got me an earned income credit. These cis people and their privileges. I need a lavender marriage. Let me find a single trans man who want to just be married for tax purposes, honey. I got a grapefruit tree in my yard. Do they attract animals? I'd be scared if I had like a fruit tree that they would attract animals I don't want. Like I would love like a nut tree, like a acorn or something, so the squirrels can come, but a fruit tree seems like it's gonna attract shit I don't want. Because we have I have a banana tree right outside my door, but they cut her down so much she don't even get a chance. I think it's one time since I lived here in the whole 13. How many years have I been here? I can't think of it. 14 years I've been here. 14. Yeah, I've been here in my apartment for 14 years. I hate moving, y'all. I hate moving. I could have a better apartment, but my apartment ain't bad. It's like it's old, but it ain't. My neighbor's been here just as long as me. My neighbor next door, like right over here, she been here before I got to this motherfucker. So her and her husband, I've been living next door to them. That my ex roommate, she ain't a roommate. She just stayed with me. It's my house, but she just stayed with me. Kristen, she turned a trick with her husband when she stayed here back in 2012 for 13. But the people around me been around me for a long time. We all been here for a while. So it's, I don't know, it's just not worth me moving. It's not worth the cost of moving to move somewhere better that's more expensive. And then my apartments are good for keeping my rent the same, child. $900. Right. I ain't moving nowhere, child. Exactly. 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 They try to jack my price up the other day. This last time I signed my lease, and I went in there. I was like, "Oh, I'm a Black trans woman on a fixed income." I'm not on a fixed income, but but I gave them that story. And my rent and blah 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 blah, and I pay on time every month, and I've been here for so long. Please, please don't take my bills up. I love my home. And they kept my shit the same. They went up, they always go up a little bit, not a lot. When I first moved here, my rent was $575. And the crazy part, I'm not even in the hood. I'm like in the Galleria area. It started getting a little weird, but lately it's been good. I can only imagine what my neighbor's rent is. Before I bought my house, I was paying $700 for over 15 years. Now I'm paying $1,200. That's the only negative, Kay. I wish that the money that I was spending on this apartment, I was paying into a house. Because 14 years paying even the low amount, that's still a cute coin towards your own shit. But that's what I said. If I'm gonna get a mortgage, child, if I'm gonna get a mortgage and go up on my rent, I mean, if I'm gonna have a higher price, I might as well going into a mortgage. It's so good. I think I better stay on Section 8. I make too much money to be on Section 8. They wouldn't approve me. I wish I could get on Section 8, child. No, I don't. I wish I had a home that that I can afford. That's what I wish. I wish I had a 3 to 4 bedroom home, 2 bath, with a kitchen that has an island, and solar panel power roofs. This is fire, honey. It's something that's special about grapefruits that will reduce, if you eat one a day, it'll do something about your diabetes or something. True, my brother, the one you met, rent is 3-bedroom house and it's nothing fancy, and he pays $250. Ooh, I'm not paying a mortgage for no fucking nothing. I want my teeny home miniplex. Yeah, I don't want no teeny home. If I could pick up my house, idealistically, I want a big ass porch, like one of them old school Victorians with wraparound porch. I would live for that. I love old school, but I also love like modern looking houses too. So I'd be kind of going back and forth. I don't know. But I want a room that's just my fucking closet. Why I want 3 bedrooms. I want my room to be just one of my rooms just to be a fucking closet. I want a one room that's my bedroom. One room for that's my creative space. Where I do my recording and what I want to do, my fashion stuff. And maybe a room for a guest, maybe. I don't really be having guests. So I don't know. Sometimes you be One in the guest room, so when people come in town, you can have a place for them to stay. But I be thinking like that, and I'm like, bitch, but you don't live that life. You don't live the life of somebody coming to stay at your house. So why do you need that? But what if I have that when I get older? Or what if I have a caretaker when I get older? They can have their own room too. Be like, girl, I want to become a van lifer. That's my goal for the next year or so. A van lifer, what is that? Explain that to you. What's a van lifer? Is that like them mobile home people? Hmm. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would be scared. I don't know if it feels not that somebody can't bust into your apartment or your house or nothing. I don't know. I just don't feel safe in a van or in like a mobile home. I don't know. I just don't know if I can feel it. How do you keep up with hygiene living in a van? I need a all right. That's one thing about I need space. I'm somebody who needs space. I want a big bathtub. That's the only thing negative about this apartment. My bathtub isn't what I want it to be. Um, my bathtub is small. So like a regular, not small as like super small, but like a regular apartment bathtub. And so I want a bigger bathtub. I want a bigger bathtub. Um, yeah, I need bathroom space. I need a tub. I need a shower because I like to do both. I am somebody who, yeah, I like to shower and bathe. Diamond, what do you think about Handmaid's Tale so far? I'm liking it. I'm liking a couple of. I'm me side eyeing shit is good. If I'm side eyeing, I'm like, oh girl. There's a couple of things that I'm side eyeing. Um, I want to know what's going on with Esther. I don't like what's going on with Esther. She was pregnant. Where is she? What's going on with her? What's the tea? I would like to know what's going on with her. Um, I do. The most interesting character right now to me is High Commander Warden. High Commander Warden. Why he's the most interesting is that he lives the white Christian fundamentalist life to the like he lives it. Like, most of the people that we have seen so far in the show, they are they're hypocrites. They're hypocrites. Like Fred and these other commanders, they have been going to Jezebel's. They don't really live this churchy Christian life that they espouse to do. So it's almost like, oh yeah, you hypocrites. But Commander High Warden is not. And to me, those are the most scariest patriarchs to me, like on that side of the fence, the ones who actually live the life, like they not cheating on their wives, they believe in it and they live it. Like there's a difference between aligning yourself with it and then secretly living something else, but when you live it, because then there's a because then it's just the only thing people can judge you on is that it's just my beliefs. Do you see what I'm saying? Like it ain't like, for example, like if I believe that I am the head of the household as a man, and I am supposed to protect my wife. Supposed to provide for my wife. I am supposed to be the emotional support of my wife, not abuse her, actually love her because she is a precious gift from God. Like actually living like that. Like we're not talking about faking it. We're talking about actually living that life of a real patriarch in the way that the good way. But you believe in this oppression, like you believe in the system. Because the bad part is the oppression. You feel what I'm saying? But it's hard to look at a person who's living the life upstanding and say, "Ooh." It's easy to look at Fred and be like, "Oh, you out here raping and you out here," but that's not what Commander Lawrence. He's the closest one to that. But Commander Lawrence is still kind of fake though too. He ain't living it. You don't I don't believe that Commander Lawrence believes in it. Like he's like, I'm Commander Lawrence is just I just want the power. Um he don't really believe in the Christian side of it. He was like, "Oh, I just want to, this is the glory of fixing something that was a problem in the world. I want the glory of that. And I just so happen to be a man, so I get the power." But High Commander Warden believes in it. This is a part of his actual religious belief system, and he's living it. He was telling the guy, "Ooh, let's go to Jezebel," and he was like, "Yeah, that's a vice for y'all. That ain't me. I've never been to. I'm not a person that does that. Like I don't know. I'm not doing that." That's not. I think that those kind of he actually looks down on those type of men who don't have that kind of self-control. And which is it's a side eye, but it's a good plot story how he is courting Serena, made his son-in-law leave too, right? Because he knows she has a wife. Right. You have a wife, my daughter, and you have to be an upstanding man. But he's courting Serena because he doesn't know that Serena is a narcissist rule breaker too, who don't really believe in the bullshit that she espoused. She don't really believe that shit. She want to hold on to the power. That's what it is. So she don't really believe that shit. But her image, he doesn't know about that side of her. He don't know that she is the one who got June pregnant by Nick. Do you see what I'm saying? That all this stuff that we have seen roll out is because she selfishly wanted a baby. She didn't want to keep it in God's hands. If you go back to the first thing, she wasn't keeping it in God's hands. She was taking the power into her own self. All this stuff is because of Serena. Not just Gilead, her selling Gilead to the public, but Gilead's fall. All these black eyes that June has been able to give Gilead. getting all those babies out on that plane and blah blah blah. All these things, the spark that started it is Serena being a fucking narcissist and taking it in her own hands and getting June pregnant by Nick. If you go back, you see what I'm saying? It is her. That's her indiscretion, not following the rules, actually breaking the rules. Of course, Fred is going to be seen as the male evil villain, but Serena is just as an evil villain as her. And I don't think that they have not shied away from that. But I don't think High Commander Wharton knows any of the, not, I don't think, I know he doesn't. He doesn't know any of that. So what Serena looks like to him is this perfect woman who God, because of how she's been living, this perfect chaste woman, how she's been living, has blessed her with a baby. So he's seeing her as this perfect specimen of a woman, of a Gilead woman, but he doesn't know that she's not that at all. And so him courting her is quite interesting. But he is also, like I said, that he is the scariest type of patriarch because there's no way to take him down. At least with the other commanders who doing sneaky, shady stuff behind the scenes, it's only a matter of time that something like Commander Putnam, where they shot him and blew his head off. Do you see what I'm saying? Those people who have those kind of vices, it makes them vulnerable to being poisoned by the Mayday, being killed by the Jezebel, being, them do, and nobody, you get what I'm saying? It makes them more susceptible to being taken down because you are not living the life that you are living. Getting found out, sneaking and doing stuff, getting put on the wall if you got caught doing something wrong. But somebody who, like Commander Wharton, who is not doing anything wrong, how do you take them down? What are you taking them down for? They can stand on the morals of they can stand on the morals. We did this extreme action by creating Gilead and these rules around handmaids and Marthas and blah blah blah, based on saving humanity, because that's what they're standing on. They're standing on the idea that all the stuff that was happening to us, it was stopping us from making babies. And now that we have implemented these rules, look at all these babies we're making. So God clearly is on our side. They always got that to play on. And if they are living the life, you can't really, you can say, oh, this is wrong and I disagree with it. But if they're living the life, they're not a hypocrite. And I think that makes them more scary. The hypocrites, you can be like, oh, you fake. And as long as I can expose you, I can do you like Ted Haggerty, and I can, you safe until you get exposed. But when they're actually not doing anything and they're actually good fathers and good husbands and good men in general, it's hard to take those type of men down. Just based on the ideas of anti-patriarchy. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, just based on the ideas of being anti-patriarchy. Because if you think about it, most people fuck with patriarchy on some level. A benevolent patriarchy, they can fuck with it. Like, if you ask most women, if they could be in a household with a good, faithful man, in the old traditional patriarchal sense, good and faithful, not abusive, not cheating on her, like good, faithful marriage man. He is faithful, he is emotionally mature. I don't think that they will be totally against being in that scenario. Yeah, and I think that makes it harder. When it's a good patriarch, it makes it harder to sell the idea that it's not good, because Because what does a good patriarchy give a woman? Security and stability. And that's a selling point for a lot of women. We know that now. We see how they vote against their interests and shit all the time because of that. Even the little stability that they have. Yeah, a good one. And we didn't talking about bad ones that are emotionally unavailable and abusive, and we talk about the good ones. It's hard, even in the Black community. A man who is faithful, taking care of his children, taking care of his wife. Yay, balloons. Woo. Thumbs up. A man who is faithful, taking care of his children, taking care of his wife, taking care of his home, and being a provider. We exalt them. We exalt them when they are faithful providers. Ooh, look, this is Black excellence. Look, he's in the home, two-parent home. He's providing. He's even if he's shitty, even not shitty in the sense of I'm talking about teaching patriarch, like teaching homophobia, teaching if he's doing all the good stuff, stability, being in the home, not abusing, but actually is like, yo, son, homosexuality is wrong. Yo, son, I'm teaching you how to be a provider and protector of your family because this is how I am as a father. I'm in your life. I'm teaching you how to be tough. I'm teaching you this patriarchal stuff, but I'm doing it in the good way. It makes people look at it differently, y'all. It makes it recently there was a this light is making my nose itch. Um, Recently, y'all, there was this internet little content creator comedy dude, and his son was playing with an iPad with his sisters and masquerading as tradition. Yes. He was playing with an iPad with his sisters, and I don't know what was going on, but he's playing with. Uh, the dad said, "I told you about playing with girl toys," and everybody was in the comments talking about how he was being fucking weird to his son about playing with the toy or whatever. And it was an iPad, y'all. It wasn't like a doll. It was an iPad, which I was like, "What the fuck you tripping about an iPad?" Anyway, so when there was this backlash for him, now the other irony is this is one of them not YouTubers, one of them content creators that be dressing up as a girl, making little not anti-black, but I would say as anti-black woman skits, like making them look real ratchet and ghetto. And I have a booger on my finger. Those kind of dudes that be dressed up like black girls and doing a black girl character. He one of them. He done been playing gay boys. Like he's just one of them people that's like, what? It doesn't make sense. Anyway, after there was a backlash, he gets on another video and consequently a couple of videos. Like it wasn't just one. He was like, y'all not about to tell me how to raise my son. I'm in my son's life and I'm teaching him how to be a man. And if I say he don't need to play with girls' toys, that is my job as a father. I'm trying to my son ain't gonna grow up to be he ain't saying he ain't using the F slur, but that's basically the insinuation. His son ain't gonna grow up to be trans or gay or da 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 da. It's my job to teach him how to be a son. And there are people in the comments like, yeah, everybody want to be on this gay agenda. Yeah, he's teaching his son da 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 because he is providing for his son. He's in the home. So when it's presented like that, the people is like, ooh, yes, exactly. Because the default to patriarchy is to be homophobic. The default to patriarchy is to be misogynistic. And his mom, the little boy's mother, is all down with it because he's being a father. She can brag about, she can be in the comments, and you see these women all the time. She could be in the comments, well, my baby daddy's in my kid's life. Oh, my baby daddy pays all the bills. Even though this is patriarchal, misogynistic, that's putting her below him, she's okay with it because she can be the pick me. She can be the successful pick me. Like, I was picked, I was chosen, I have children, I'm a mother, I have a husband, I have a man that's living in the house taking care of my sons. No matter that he is perpetuating more toxic masculinity, it doesn't really matter. So, I think the scariest ones are those kind of patriarchs where I'm not talking about he is like that, but but yes. But yes, that's my most interesting character right now. I want to know. June is getting on my nerves, but June always gets on my nerves, so it's not just June gets on my nerves. June always gets on my nerves. Her what she's doing with Mora and Luke. Luke always gets on my nerves. um Luke always gets on my nerves. It's my turn to fight for Hannah. All that shit gets on my nerves. Her trying to be white woman savior, white woman heroine. Oh, I can take all of these risks that I don't know if it's gonna be turn out good or bad, but my friends can't take all it can't take no risk that they don't know is good or bad. Like, girl, how many times have we seen you make some spur of the moment dumbass decisions without any planning, without any and you just had to figure it out in the moment. Look at when she killed what's his name? Stabler's character, the high commander from DC, when she killed him at the Jezebels, and you just figured it out. That was stupid. I don't want to say it was a heat of the passion in the moment. You didn't want to get raped either. So but it was stupid. You just did it out of the passion of the moment and figured it out. Right? So her doing that, her making it seem like she knew everything and had all the plans, and I know how everything is going to work out and blah 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 blah. And she is saying to them like, you can make all the plans of the world and nothing it's going to go exactly the same. Right. And that's in anybody plan. Your plan, their plan, anybody plan. It usually is not going to go how you planned it. It's going to be some monkey wrenches thrown in the game. So you know that. Let them people do the fight that they want to do. Like, let them plan it to the best of their abilities like you did. Does that make sense? Like, it just feels like she's doing her thing. But when other people was trying to do that thing, she's like, "Oh no, I can't let you take that risk, bitch. Get out of here." Lydia, I think she's going to try to save all the girls. There's something about Yeah, I want all the people who have been villains in the show to die. I don't want them to have a redemptive arc. I know somebody is good. They're gonna try to give somebody one. I would think it would be maybe Miss Aunt Lydia. It may be Aunt Lydia. Maybe I don't know. I know they're not gonna do that with they bet not do that with Serena. Ain't no fucking redeeming Serena. Fuck her. Like no. I think she's the story. I think she needs to be wore out. But what I think Serena is going to do, she's going to get into the arms of Commander Warden and try to snuggle into that. Oh, I found a man that's more godly than Fred. Like I literally find somebody. So now I can really and clock that T. In that scene where Commander Warden was talking to Serena, he said, a better man would have stood by you and let you become and let you have a voice. Because a real patriarch doesn't, he knows he's on top. He doesn't need to not let you shine. I don't think he would. Fred is weak. So he let these men convince him to cut his wife's finger off. I don't think Commander Warden. I covet my wife. My wife is you not about to wear my wife finger out. Just because she wants to be able to read. She actually is right. They should be able to read the Bible. What the fuck are we doing? Clock that T. A better man would have protected you and let you have a voice. I would have supported you instead of if I was your man, I would have supported you in that sin because what you said makes fucking logical sense. It makes total logical sense. Why wouldn't the daughters of Christ be able to read the Bible and blah 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 blah? This clearly is an oppressive measure. And while we may need it when we first started this, there's a way we can be more empowering to our women and still be on top. Like that's how a real healthy no, I hate saying healthy, but uh um a moral patriarch works. Like he ain't trying to harm you. He ain't really trying to oppress you. He treats you as a gift that he is meant to protect because that's a part of his moral standing. To harm you is like, what? That doesn't make sense. You are a gift from God and I'm harming you, cutting off your fingers and shit? No. And he literally told her that. So I think that Serena is going to snuggle into that and we'll start seeing, I think they're going to um I want to see her get wore out, but I want to also see her if they position Commander Wharton as the new villain, the new top dog Gilead villain. Then Serena can be in a position to be the one that flipped the script on him. So I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but I appreciate the nuance of it. Aunt Lydia, I don't want her to have a redemptive. If there was anybody, I guess it would be Aunt Lydia. I don't know. She needs to be more. I'm tired of these bitches being fucking um whatever cognitive dissonance, whatever delusion they fucking under. Fucking Serena on that train when she was talking to them ladies and talking to June and literally she was like comparing herself to June, like we're the same, we're in the same boat. And what you call it said, bitch, we are not the same, girl. Like what? Bitch, you what? We have not had the same experience. And the fact that you are oblivious, like you're sitting here oblivious, thinking that we fucking kumbaya sisters. When I know the part you played in this whole system that we're in, I know the part you play, bitch. And now you're being affected by it, and because you got this baby, You feel like it's a different thing for you, bitch. We wouldn't even be on this fucking train if it wasn't you for you and your boy. So, bro, you is not my sister. Fuck out of here. We are not the same. And the fact that she's so oblivious to that is wild to me. But also, Aunt Lydia, when she went into that Jezebel and saw Janine at Jezebel's, don't Janine look sickening? I think that what I like about what's happening with the girls now is that they're not looking like little girls. Like Janine doesn't look like a little girl anymore. She looks beat, like she looks like a woman. Of course, Jezebel's. But yeah, she looks sickening. I love this, whatever this sexy pirate of the Caribbean she got with this eye patch and red long hair. Like her hair ain't usually that long. They don't really let her hair get that long in the past seasons, but it's long and red and sexy now. Um if Aunt Lydia get a redemption, she still needs to be wore out. Yeah, I want all of them to be wore out. I want every single one. I want them. I want Commander Lawrence. I want Serena. I want all of them to be wore. I don't want a survivor. I haven't read the book, so I don't know what happens in the book. Um, but I don't want any of them. Any of them. What does a cat say? Hi. What is that? What does that mean? I don't get that. What do you mean by that? What does that mean? What does a cat say? Hi. I don't know. I don't get the reference. Um, but yeah, I want Lydia to help them. Yeah. I want Lydia to help them. I want Angela and Hannah to survive. I want Naomi to get wore out. I want Naomi to get wore out. I want to know where the hell is Esther. Oh, the man asked Janine that at Jezebel's. Yeah, when she was on her lap. What does a cat say? And she was supposed to say meow. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, when she was sitting on his lap. I guess if I want anybody to get a redemptive arc, I just like him, so it would kind of be Commander Lawrence. Because I do like him as a character. I think his sarcasm is funny as hell. I think some of the best one-liners of the show is from him. One of my favorite scenes throughout the whole show, when when he looked at Serena and was like, last season, you you don't like the irony of this, you don't you're not clocking it at all. As and Serena had to say, I don't care, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't give a shit. She had to put he had to put the mirror up to her, like, bitch, like, you ain't getting it. you you can have a baby now. The reason why you were a wife is because you couldn't. Now you can. So that changes you. Yeah. So that changes you, baby. You about to be the Wheeler's handmaid. Which was a gag to her, baby. She's like, I'm not being no fucking handmaid. Oh, really? That's the rules, baby. I know you use the rules to not following the rules, babe. But that was a gag. Um, who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? What do y'all think about Rita going to New Bethlehem? What do y'all think about that? Would y'all go to New Bethlehem? Well, I guess Canada, well they can go to Alaska. But I guess Canada, you're not safe in Canada no more, but they can go to Alaska, but I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't trust people that was hanging people. Hey Andrew, how are you? I don't know if I would trust people that was hanging people to do the right thing. Would y'all, if y'all was Rita, would y'all go back to New Bethlehem to for your family? Yeah, I can't see myself going back to once I got out, I couldn't see myself trusting them. But the sickening thing about Rita is that she did know, but that's sibling love, yeah. And she did know that Commander Lawrence was a part of the plan that got her out and got her onto the plane. Do you see what I'm saying? Commander Lawrence doing like orchestrating New Bethlehem and it going through. She also know Commander Lawrence is was a part of her getting out too, and the girls getting out on the plane. It was his house that they were keeping the girls at. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Okay, did I do it? Hmm. That's why I have to switch to the other one because this one, while it's better quality, it just doesn't do. It doesn't. There we go. It just doesn't do it fast enough. It's like it's retarded or something. Um, but yeah, I can't see her. I can see her having a better feeling about New Bethlehem, knowing that Commander Lawrence has something to do with it. She knows that he's kind of like in the bag, and even her having still having connection with June, she knows that he ain't just one of the evil ones, quote unquote. Um, so maybe I can see, maybe that would be a convincing factor. Definitely, if it was just fucking Serena, girl gone. But I don't know. That's kind of how I can justify her saying, "All right, I know that he kind of on our side. He the one. He not, of course it was June, but he the one that kind of helped June orchestrate this." So, who else is some new? Did y'all gag? I gagged when her mother came back. What do y'all think about that? Like that was a pleasant surprise. I kind of cried. Well, I'm really sensitive about mother stuff because I've lost my mother. And so to think that your mother is gone for all through all this trauma and then boom, you go to this random ass stop and your mother is there when she heard her mother. Like I don't like how they directed that because I didn't feel like that breakdown was enough. I wanted her to have like a primal reaction to this is your mother You was in her womb. She is your, like, you know what I'm saying? That's like your first. I always tell people, like, your mother is to me, your first God. Before you learn about God outside of you, your mother is your first God. Like, this is the person that you came out of, you getting sustenance from. Like, this is your first God, for real, for real. And so from the beginning of your existence, that voice is recognizable. I wanted something more, more. I wanted it to be like when Celie saw Nettie. I wanted it to be more, but yeah, I wanted it to be on the actor level, more of that, or more breakdown. Because out of all the stuff she been through, and you think your mama gone, and she not gone, and you see your mama, like, what? And you got her grandbaby. Like, it's so many layers to that moment. I was like, bitch, I need a breakdown. I need a fall into her arms and let her catch you, and you just I wanted that. Really, Jules? I love Elizabeth Moss acting. I love her acting. Yeah, I really like Elizabeth Moss acting. I just don't think that they were directed to go there. But I definitely wanted more. Who else? Hmm. Yeah, I love her acting in this series. I like the subtleties. I like yeah. I think she's good. I'm trying to think of who else so far. I don't like Rose. Nick is always annoying. He do be coming in clutch sometimes. Nate the Drive. Oh, I don't know who that is. Nate? Who is Nate? Nick? Oh, yeah. Nick, he be coming in clutch sometimes, but sometimes I be like, you annoy me sometimes. For sure. If you had to guess, all the main characters, by the end of this season, who is going to die and who is going to live? Like, if you had to guess. I haven't read the book, so I don't know what the book says. But from what I'm understand, they haven't been following the book for a while, so I don't know. I don't want Serena to live. I feel like culturally they want June to be a martyr. I'm talking about real life culturally. I think they want June to be a martyr. They want her to be the Harriet Tubman or the Martin Luther King, because Harriet Tubman survived and died an old woman. But I think they want her to be the Martin Luther King of Handmaid's Tale. I think Moya is expendable. And she's already in the real life actress already has said that she's not coming back to the show. So she's gonna die. Somebody has to take care of Hannah. So I don't think Luke will die. I don't think they're gonna kill Hannah or have Hannah be a handsmaid or wife. So somebody has to take care of Hannah as she get older. That has to be a good story. So if June is the martyr and she dies, they have to have Luke there to take care of her. Right. This is the last season. Yeah. If they get Hannah and June dies, Luke is going to live because you can't have it. I don't know. They might play it off. They might play it to where June and Luke lives. That'd be interesting. And get Hannah. But they have to position Luke and June against Serena and High Commander Warden. Story-wise, because these are the main two villains. The story that this is telling is June and Serena. The whole series is about June and Serena, their relationship. The oppressed woman and the privileged woman. So, storytelling wise, on the right side is the patriarch is Luke. The benevolent patriarch is Luke. The heroine is June. On the left side, it is only Serena and Commander Warden. He's the character that is the main villain now. Fred is dead. So he's the character that is the main villain of Gilead. It can't be Commander Lawrence because he is not fully invested in Gilead because his wife has died. His wife has died and he never was. He never believed that shit. It can't be. It's not Nick. You see what I'm saying? So High Commander Wharton is the main villain on this side of the story, on the evil side of the story. And they're positioned Sarita back to that position. But she can't be trusted either. So they're gonna pit them two together, to them two against each other. The pawns of the story, you got the people who move the pieces. The pawns of the story is going to be more. I cannot fucking say her name. Moira, Moira, Janine, Lydia, Nick, and I'm just thinking in my storytelling mindset. The pawns who are not meant, they're like sidekicks. Moira, Janine is on this side, right? On the right side. The evil side is Lydia, and there's going to be some flippage. Somebody has to flip to make something work. That's how storytelling always works. Somebody has to flip. So I can see Lydia flipping to the right side as a redemptive arc. Nick is actually on this side. Nick is actually on the good side. He is positioned on the evil side, but he actually is aligned and loyal to June, I think. So there might be some flippage. Nah, I can't see Nick flipping to the evil side in regards to his motivations. Who is the evil side? Who is the person on the right side that y'all think that would flip to the evil side? And not necessarily flip, but make a shitty decision that harms the good side. I can see Rita doing that, trying to save her people. I can see Janine doing that to save Angela. Janine ain't never been consistent. Sometimes she's selling out, sometimes she not. So she never been mentally consistent. So I can see her doing some sellout shit to save Angela. I could see Brita, Angela. Yeah, I could see them doing some shit that flips the script for the right, for the against the right. On the evil side, of course we can see Nick flipping the script. Of course, his wife. I could just see her being loyal to her dad, so she always is a monkey wrench in any plan that involves Nick. She's always the monkey wrench. Naomi is always the monkey wrench in regards to Commander Lawrence, because remember Naomi, he did kill her husband. I don't know how much she loved Commander Putnam, but he did kill him. So she can always be a monkey wrench. Who else? Who else on the evil side is out here? Is there somebody else? What characters are still left on the evil side? I think Serena is loyal to herself, so she's going to be loyal to keeping her baby safe. So whoever can offer her that safety, I think she's going to be loyal to that. And over on the right side, she don't harm too many people over here for her ever to feel safe over here, I think. And Rita, yeah, I think Rita could do some shady shit just to protect her family. Mm. But I also think Janine is that way too. And then I have to think about Aunt Lydia. Who is Aunt Lydia loyal to? You would think that she's loyal based on her storyline, that she's loyal to being this good Christian person, but she's a hypocrite though. Like just her actions and harming of the girls, she's a hypocrite. So she can't um it's in order for her to have a redemptive arc, she has to start being loyal to the girls and helping them and dis and and throwing away Gilead. You there has to but I want to see how they're going to do this story. I know they setting them up as like when we watch that scene of her coming into the Jezebels, it's not changing her. If you think about her in the sense of like when she comes in, she's looking at this as a house of depravity. Like this is this is what she's fighting against, and the men in charge are just having this. This is her. She's looking at this as a self righteous thing for her too. Like she's an old woman. She don't have no sexual desires. You get what I'm saying? So these men giving in to these vices and sexual desires, this is them in their playhouse. They're using these women and blah 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 blah. She's looking down on the men who are actually doing this. So it's not changing her from thinking that it's not changing her. You feel what I'm saying? It's not changing her mindset about religion. And in order for her to become this kind of I want to be helping the girl, she has to there's has to be something that breaks that loyalty to that. Or not necessarily breaks it or makes her feel like she's the godly savior to save these girls. She's already there kind of. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a way for them to do it if the writers are good. There's a way for them to do it, but they have to there has to be a if the writers are good, there has to be a way that they convey that breaking, that switch in her mind because she hasn't switched yet. She's still on her this is oh my god, I can't believe they're doing this. Like turn her nose up and turn the blind. She's always been the type of person that turned a blind eye to those kind of things. She's the opposite of like Commander. I don't think I want to say opposite, but she's like Commander Wharton without the power. I think Commander Wharton has enough power to be able to make some changes if he sees something's going wrong. But he self righteously judged the men that has those vices too, in the same way that Aunt Lydia does. But Aunt Lydia as a aunt, I don't think she has the power to change the men. I think he does though. But I think if she switched her mindset to think that she has the power to change the women, I think we saw a little bit of that in changing her when she was trying to keep Janine from being posted. Yeah. Hey Michelle, how are you? Good morning. Yeah, I think Handmaid's Tale is a good. I think it's a good tool to talk about how privilege and patriarchy works. I think the brilliance of Margaret Atwood's story is that teaching how this dystopia works and how these relationships between the people, um how they're navigating oppression, how they are navigating privilege, how they're navigating resilience. Hey, Ren. How they are navigating resilience, how they are navigating organizing, how they are navigating organizing, how they are navigating um, identity, womanhood, manhood. Because when we think about like Luke is he's still he's still a patriarch in the storyline. He just on the this side. He's just not. He's like a benevolent patriarch. Like the storyline is rooted in him being the crux of his existence is not being able to protect his daughter and his wife. Like the good side is still upholding the system of your job as a father and husband was to protect your wife and your daughter. And you didn't do that. So this part of the story is you trying to redeem yourself by saving her and protecting June. That's the same thing that's happening over here, but just less sinister. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just on this side, but it's the same rules of patriarchy. You feel what I'm saying? Like the rules that says your value as a man is to protect and provide. And so since you failed at doing that by this big system, and it's interesting that he's a black man, this big system that has set you up for failure to do the things that you're supposed to do to provide for your daughter and your wife. It was almost impossible for you to beat this system. But now the story, you as a storyline tool, as a character, now the plot is you are trying to redeem yourself. It is my turn to protect Hannah. This is my chance to do something. That's still classic patriarchy. That still plays off the same thing that Commander Wharton is rooted in. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm supposed to protect my daughter. My wife is dead. His wife died. He's a widower. I'm supposed to protect the women in my life. So I want to make sure that my not stepson, but my son-in-law is living up to what I think my daughter deserves because that's my job to protect her. Hmm. Yeah, but I'm excited about what they're going to do. I'm excited about what they're
how they're going to tell the story. I'm excited. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about yeah, I can't even it's hard for me to I predict some things. I can make some prediction, but it's really hard. It's really hard for me to know how they're gonna play it. I'm seeing how they're courting Serena with the commander. So I see them positioning them as an evil. It's gonna be, this is the end. So it's similar to how if y'all watch Game of Thrones, it's similar to how Game of Thrones was. um what Game of Thrones did, it took you from a small place, Winterfell. Okay, clock this. So it took you from a small place, and then it made the world get bigger. Okay, in the story, you learn about Ned Starks, his wife Catelyn Starks, and their children. So you learn about this family, um, this core family: Jon Snow, the bastard son, and their other children. You get what I'm saying? You this small little world. And then as the seasons go on, how many seasons? It was like 8 seasons. As the seasons go on, the world expands and you get to learn about the family in King's Landing, the family in Highgarden, the family in Dawn, the family in the the underdog family of the Targaryens. You get to see the brother and the sister as the last Targaryens that at the time that we know. We know it's actually 4 Targaryens that's still alive, from what I'm to understand. Amish, is it Amish? I can't remember, but the older one that was at the Night's Watch, the old one that came and told Jon Snow that I'm actually a Targaryen too. Um, so so you start to, it's the world starts to expand. But as you get to season 4, like the middle of the whole show, the world starts to contract and get smaller and smaller. So by the time we get to season 7, or no, season 8, we got we even learn about the Ice King and the Night King, and we learning about them and how they became, we're seeing multiple of them on their horses, and you get what I'm saying. But when it starts to contract, we have Arya coming back, we have the Hound, we have everybody is either gonna die, you know what I'm saying? And then it leaves us, when we come out of this, it leaves us with, who was it? Cersei and Jamie as the main evils on this side. And then the main people on this side is gonna be Danny and um Danny and Jon Snow, right? So when they fight the night, all the dead people, and they're done, who's left is Danny and Cersei as the two, like, the people. And so we didn't like how it ended. We didn't like how it ended, but that's what it is. And so I think, and that happens in all epic stories like this, when it's been going on for a long time, the ending is always good versus evil. There's always that. Now, how they play it out, you don't know, but the people, Fred is dead, so Fred is gone. So there has to be a male villain, female villain, and there has to be a male hero on the good side and female hero on this side. We already know it's June. On this side, only male is Luke. There's other males, but the main one is Luke, saving his daughter. Yeah, so it's got to be them 3 at the end, or a battle of them. It has to be. It's kind of like, y'all remember Harry Potter. This is how storytelling works. Harry Potter, remember who killed Beatrix Lestrange, the Weasley mama? They got to keep making it smaller because the two villains that got a battle is Voldemort and Harry. They got to get rid of Snape. They did. They got to get rid of Dumbledore. They did. Do you see what I'm saying? We know it's gonna be Voldemort and Harry at the end, but how is the story gonna get rid of all the other players on each side? They let Malfoy Daddy run away. You see how they did that? Malfoy Daddy ran away with his wife. Ran away. They had Weasley Mama kill Beatrix. They got who killed the snake? Was it who chopped the snake up? Was it Longbottom or was it Weasley Ron? I can't remember who did that. Spill good or bad. Longbottom, yeah, Longbottom killed the snake. You see what I'm saying? You see how it always works? It always that's how our story, anytime a story works out like that. Speaking of good and bad, the Minecraft movie was great. I never watched that. I know what Minecraft is, but I never got into it. Yeah, Longbottom killed the snake. The snake killed Snape. They killed the brothers, the Weasley twins, right? Yeah, they always make it. They expand. They make it small, expand it, and then make it small again. All if you pay attention to all stories that last this long, epic stories like this, and whether it be on TV or movies, this is what happened. Lord of the Rings. You start off. Think of Lord of the Rings. You start off in the Shire with Frodo, the two little teenage hobbits, Samwise and Gandalf. Gandalf comes into the Shire to give them this quest, and Bilbo. So you start off in this little Shire, and then you start expanding the story. You meet the dwarf, you meet whatever Aragon, you meet Legolas, the elf, of course, Gandalf first. You know what I'm saying? You meet all of these people. So the world gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then by the time you get to the last battle, honey, you're killing people off. The king of Rohan, the king of wherever, the one that was about to burn his son. Have you watched The Residence on Netflix? No, I haven't. Mm-mm. The last thing that I watched that was good on Netflix was The Wolf King. I really liked that. It's an anime story called The Wolf King. I really liked it. I'm also enjoying this series on HBO called Hollywood Demons. They're really just going through different cases in Hollywood where like people really went crazy, like doing bad stuff, child actors and people abusive and all these different Hollywood scandals that they are going through. Um I rewatched Wicked last night. Yeah. Rewatched Wicked last night.
What else have I been enjoying? Did y'all watch The Girl Gone? Is it Girl Gone? It's on Netflix. It's a documentary of the Long Island serial killer. That was really good. Oh, that was really good. Yeah.
It is said that Greece is none other than
Today?
I haven't been
it confirmed.
I'm gonna watch Oklahoma City Bombing because I haven't really watched that. Ransom City Canyon, no, I haven't seen that. I haven't finished all the Black Mirror episodes.
On
Oh, I'm really like Devil May Cry. That's been really good. Survival of the Thickest has been good. This is old, but I'm just now watching The Last Dance, that Michael Jordan documentary, The Last Dance. I'm just now watching that. That was because it was sports. I didn't really get into it when it came out, when it was going viral. But now I'm watching it. I'm like, oh, this is really good. I didn't know it was that good. But I'm really enjoying that because it's even though I'm not into sports, it's kind of giving me nostalgia, which is good. But all right, y'all. Now y'all got me wanting to watch some shows. And I've been on here for 2 hours. That's a good movie called Pretty Red Dress, made by BBC, about a man released from prison with a queer daughter, and he's into cross-dressing. It's an all-black cast. Pretty Red Dress. Let me put that in my notes to watch it. I hope they've been coming out with some good stuff. The BBC. Pretty Red Dress. I hope it's as good as Mr. Loverman. I'll check that out. But thanks, Ricky. I'll check that out and see what it's giving. But all right, y'all. I will talk to y'all later on today. I'm going to go live at 7. And we'll kiki then. This is going behind the paywall. I've been watching Call the Midwife. Call the Midwife is on Netflix too. I watched it, but let me see what I watched it, but I stopped watching it, and I don't know why. It was getting too boring or something. I don't know, but I stopped watching it. But it was good the first couple of seasons, but it's been going for a long time. I might get back into it. But all right, y'all, I'm about to get up out of here. Y'all be good. Bye-bye.